The European Policy Centre published the scathing poster just before hosting a speech by former Prime Minister Tony Blair. Mr. Blair used his address in Brussels to urge the EU to make sweeping changes to immigration control in a desperate attempt to thwart Brexit. The EPC's graphic, entitled "Brexit, Towards a Deep and Comprehensive Partnership," shows a car hurtling off the side of a cliff. The think tank lists several possibilities for Britain's departure from the UK, with each result scaling between no economic disruption and maximum economic harm for UK. Getty EP's Brexit News. Pro-EU think tank mocks Brexit with infographic. No matter how we try, it will create a competitive pole to that of Europe, economically and politically. Tony Blair, closest to the no economic disruption end of the scale, sees an exit from Brexit, an attempt fronted by German MEP Hans-Olaf Henkel to tempt Britain to reconsider its EU future. Following closely behind is a Norway-style deal and single market without obligations, which is crossed out as a non-starter. The graphic proceeds to declare the wishes of Brexiteers such as Liam Fox and Boris Johnson, a comprehensive free trade agreement, as economically inferior to single market and customs union, as we move closer to the cliff edge. A bespoke partnership or association agreement, similar to Ukraine's arrangement with the EU, and a Canadian-style free trade agreement, are complicated and lengthy to negotiate, according to the EPCTHE graphic created by the European Policy Centre. The think tank then launches a savage dig at the wishes of Conservative MPs Peter Bone and John Redwood, who are amongst a group of Brexiteers supporting Britain make a swift exit from the bloc on World Trade Organization terms. WTO no deal, and a chaotic no deal, are both depicted by a car plunging off of the side of a cliff and described as an economically very painful default position. The poster was on display at Mr. Blair's address at the think tank's Brussels headquarters. Monday, February 5, 2018. Michel Barnier and David Davis head to Downing Street for lunch meeting. The former Prime Minister told his audience that Brexit weakens Europe's standing and power the world over. He added, it reduces the effectiveness of the single market by removing from it Europe's second largest economy, and Britain out of Europe will ultimately be a focal point of disunity when the supreme requirement for unity is so manifest. No matter how we try, it will create a competitive pole to that of Europe, economically and politically, to the detriment of both of us. Reform in Europe is key to getting Britain to change its mind. Express.co.uk has contacted the European Policy Centre for comment.